Yo, what's going on, Dokkan players? A huge data download recently is providing us with 7 different EZAs. Make sure you stick around to the end of this video to find all the details on how you can grind up those stones and those metals if that's what you're after for those characters. I personally don't think I really have any of them besides maybe Go Tanks, but that's just me. I'm sure you guys probably have every single one of these maxed out. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. But let's jump into the EZAs and discuss. All right, first up is Furious Instincts Great Saiyaman Super Saiyan 2. He's got his shades on still. He's pretty cool. Leader skill, nothing great. AGL and physical types key +3. Attack and defense plus 100%. Super attack stats greatly raises defense for 1 turn. Causes supreme damage to enemy. Raises attack for 3 turns. So nothing insane, no debuffs or anything like that. Attack and defense plus 180%, plus an additional key +1 up to 3, and attack and defense plus 60% up to 180 per Defenders of Justice or Exploding Rage category ally, self-excluded on the team, depending on which category has more members. So it looks like if you have more than one, it's gonna pick obviously whichever you have more of. So I think he would probably do better on an Exploding Rage team, or Defenders of Justice with Topo is probably not too bad. But like I said, not that I have this character, so I won't be able to test him out, but I'm just theorizing. Performs a critical hit when there's a Majin Buu Saga category enemy, so this might be good on the red zone with the Buu Saga. Especially some of those later fights get really difficult. Kid Buu is pretty difficult. Plus an additional attack plus 180% and reduces damage received by 30% when there is an extreme class enemy. That's pretty easy to do. Recovers 50% HP if HP is 30% or less at the end of the turn when there is an extreme class enemy. Getting down to just 30% health without dying is pretty risky, so I don't know how often that's going to actually trigger, but let me know if you guys have had success with it. And then the final passive skill launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack, so that's just guaranteed. There's nothing crazy, no conditionals or anything, so that's nice. It would have been nice if it was just like an additional super. But Link skills: Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Shocking Speed, Hero of Justice, Prepared for Battle, Kamehameha, and Shattering the Limit. He's on a ton of categories. The top ones that I think would probably be best are Exploding Rage, Earthbred Fighters, Majin Buu Saga, probably. And then World Tournament is where he's really, really gonna shine, because, you know, it seems like that's mostly what he's built for. So, other character, Ribrianne, Infinite Love Ribrianne, the giant form. Leader skill, same as the last one, nothing crazy. Peppy Gals, category key +3, HP attack and defense plus 130%, or physical type key +3, HP attack and defense plus 90. Super attack stats: causes supreme damage to enemy, raises attack and defense for 6 turns. Okay. So that not necessarily stacks, but it's at least going to last for quite a while. Passive skills: attack and defense plus 80% when performing a super attack, plus additional key +1 per key sphere obtained. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, physical excluded, to rainbow key spheres when there are another 2 or more Peppy Gal category allies on the team. So if you have 3 Peppy category, if you have, including her, if you have 3 total Peppy Gals on the team, you will trigger that rainbow. Or I honestly don't have. What universe is this for? The universe 4. Huh, doesn't even sell there. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have this character, but I was gonna try to make a team and see if that would actually work out with the rainbow orb changing, but that's unfortunate. Plus an additional attack and defense and chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack, plus 22% per rainbow key sphere obtained, up to 82 or 88%. I'm sorry. Yeah, that like that whole paragraph kind of made me want to try a build with her. And then the last one also plays into it too. Launches an additional attack with 3 or more rainbow key spheres obtained. So you could change the rainbow key spheres. That's kind of cool. And then hers, like some of her extra buffs and chance of evading enemy. Oh, that's nice that it's attack and chance of evading enemy are boosted by her getting rainbow key spheres. So that's really cool. And then finally turns into giant form when conditions are met. Transform conditions has a rare chance of turning into giant form up to 2 times. Okay, well, that's pretty big. Link skills: Battlefield Diva, signature pose, metamorphosis more than meets the eye, shattering the limit, the innocence, and tournament of power. Categories she's gonna work on are obviously Peppy Gals, special pose, tournament participants, maybe Universe Survival Saga, but I don't know how the 2 other Peppy Gals teams are gonna. Yeah, I don't see that working. But let's move on to the next character. It is Cyborg Tao. Leader skill, just like the last 2, nothing crazy. Tech type E plus 3, HP attack and defense plus 100. Super attack stats greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage, and a great chance of stunning the enemy. So he's got a stunning mechanic for his attack. That's nice. Passive skills: attack and defense plus 200%, and guaranteed to hit when performing a super attack. That's interesting. I thought it was going to be guards all attacks. When an enemy is hit by the character's super attack, reduces damage received from that enemy by 50% for the duration of that turn. So if you go first, you could permanently reduce the damage you get dealt to you by your opponent by 50% for that entire turn. That's nice. Key plus 1 up to 4, and attack and defense 50% up to 200 with each attack received. So every time you get attacked, it's going to buff you. Key plus 1 and attack and defense plus 100% when there's an Earthlings or tournament participants category enemy. Performs a critical hit when there's a Turtle School enemy. So, excuse me. A couple of different things are going to trigger that. That's awesome. Earthlings, that's pretty wide category. Tournament participants is also pretty broad. Turtle School, although the characters aren't broad, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. That's basically every Goku, Krillin, Master Roshi. Yeah, there's a lot of Turtle School. Link skills: Crane School, Revival, Supreme Warrior, Don Ray, Shattering the Limit, Coward, Brutal Beatdown. Categories he's going to work on the best are World Tournaments. Maybe Earthbred Fighters. I kind of like his damage reduction and his stunning. That's kind of cool. But that's about it. Not a ton of stats for this character. We're going to move on to the next one. Next one is Cell. Perfect form. Leader skill: Tech type key plus 3. Attack. HP, attack, and defense plus 100%. Massively raises attack and defense for 1 turn. Causes supreme damage to enemy. No debuffs or anything crazy, and no stacking. Passive skills: attack and defense plus 200%. Extreme class allies key plus 3. Attack and defense plus 30%. Plus an additional attack and defense plus 10% for characters who also belong to the artificial life forms or tournament participants category. Plus an additional attack and defense plus 100% when attacking if there's a superclass enemy. Superclass enemies attack minus 20% and defense minus 60%. So he has like a passive debuff. Reduces damage received by 30% when facing only 1 enemy. Launches an additional super attack when facing 2 or more enemies. So it looks like he would be geared best towards the tournament participants, or like maybe like probably build a never mind. I thought it was an AoE attack. but it's just an additional super. Okay. I was thinking maybe like a World Tournament team, but doesn't look like it. Link skills, Gentleman, Shocking Speed, Messenger from the Future, Nightmare, Shattering the Limit, Big Bad Bosses, Ultimate Life Form. Categories are androids, tournament participants. That's probably it. Time travelers, maybe, because of the artificial life forms. If you have other cells, he might like synergize decently with them if you guys on the free-to-play side are looking for a slot-filling character. But let's move on to probably the only one that I don't have that I really wish that I did. Because I think the Universe 11 teams are pretty cool. This is Topo. His leader skill is Universe 11 or Special Pose, category Key +3, HP attack and defense +130. A little better than the last ones. Super attack stats, raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage to enemy. Greatly lowers attack and defense, so a nice little debuff. Passive skills, attack and defense +110%, plus an additional attack and defense +110% when there are 3 or more Universe 11 category allies on the team. Plus an additional attack and defense +110% when performing a super attack, and guards all attacks when there's another Universe 11 category ally attacking in the same turn. Okay. Performs a critical hit when all allies attacking the same turn are Universe 11 or Special Pose category characters. Universe 11 or Special Pose category allies, Key +3, attack and defense +50%, and chance of performing a critical hit +11%. So all of this basically gears you towards using an entire Universe 11 team, which, like I was just saying, I would like to build. It sounds pretty cool. His Link skills, Supreme Warrior, Hero of Justice, Signature Pose, Shocking Speed, Shattering the Limit, Tough as Nails, Tournament of Power. Categories he's going to work best on: tournament participants, Universe 11, and Special Pose. Really cool unit I wish I had. And another Gohan. Gohan, you're popular. Alright. Gohan Super Saiyan 2, again. Leader skill, nothing crazy. STR key type +3 and HP attack and defense +100%. Super attack stats, greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn. Causes supreme damage to enemy. Lowers attack and defense, so nice, another debuff character. Passive skills, key +3, attack and defense +180%. Plus an additional attack and defense +20% with each attack performed up to 58%. Superclass allies, key +3, attack and defense +30%. Plus an additional attack and defense +10% for characters who also belong to Defenders of Justice, tournament participants category. Plus an additional attack and defense +58% when there's an extreme class enemy. Extreme class enemies attack -20% and defense -58%. But nice, another passive debuffing character. Launches an additional super attack when facing only 1 enemy. Guards all attacks when facing 2 or more enemies. Link skills: Golden Warrior, Hero of Justice, Super Saiyan, Prepared for Battle, Shattering the Limit, Shocking Speed, the Saiyan lineage. Okay. Categories he's going to work best on: World Tournament, tournament participants, maybe Exploding Rage with the other Gohan if you're building a Super Saiyan 2 team. That's another team he'd probably work good on with the other Gohan, Super Saiyan 2. The last one I actually do have copies of, so I'm going to be building this Gotenks. Leader skill, time limit, category key +3, HP attack and defense +130. Super attack stats: greatly raises defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage to all enemies, a high chance of stunning them. So he's got a stun mechanic built in, that's pretty decent. Passive skill, attack and defense +150%, plus an additional attack and defense +150%, and performs a critical hit when facing only 1 enemy. Plus additional attack and defense +150%, and launches an additional super attack when facing 2 or more enemies. Time limit category allies, key +3, attack and defense +50%. plus an additional attack and chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack, plus 10% with each attack performed, up to 50%. Oh man, so all in all, it sounds like they want you to run time limit characters, which are like fusions typically. He's gonna work well with other Gotenks. That's who I'm gonna actually try to build a team with. I'm gonna try to put him with the Int Gotenks and see what else I can come up with. I think I have a different Gotenks that will work decently. Possibly the Super Saiyan 3 Tech Gotenks. I don't know if I have a copy of him, but I'll check. Link skills: Innocence, the Saiyan lineage, Golden Warrior, prepared for battle, Fierce battle, Super Saiyan, Fuse fighter. Categories is gonna work best on: time limit, special pose, hybrid Saiyans, Earthbred fight. He's actually gonna work on a decent amount. He's also movie heroes too. That's all right, but that is about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed all the information for the EZAs and what to do with these characters. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next one.